The days that followed my decision were not as easy as I had imagined. Staying in Ashman's house, it changed everything, especially Layla. She was no longer the same person. The small smiles, the forced politeness, even the pretense of tolerance, everything disappeared. It was as if a switch had been turned off completely. She no longer greeted me, no longer called me to join for meals. Sometimes, when we met in the kitchen or along the hallway, she would brush past me without a word, even going as far as pushing slightly, as though my presence irritated her. At first, I tried to ignore it, but deep down, I couldn't help but wonder, what exactly had I signed up for? I didn't make that decision to fight Layla. Wallahi, I didn't. I made it so I could be at peace with myself, so I wouldn't live with regrets. And Ashman, he wasn't the kindest man at the beginning, but living under the same roof with him for months had softened something in me. I had begun to see him differently, and somehow, I had developed a soft spot for him. Maybe it wasn't love yet, but it was something. When we informed Hajia Saida about the new arrangement, she listened quietly, her expression unreadable. "So, Atiyatullah," she said slowly, "you've truly made up your mind to continue with this marriage? And bear children?" "Yes," I replied with certainty. She nodded slightly, then turned to Ashman. "Now that this marriage is no longer based on a contract," she said firmly, "you must begin to fulfill your duties as a husband." Her tone carried weight. "You will share your nights between your wives. You will be just in your responsibilities, including time, care, and provisions. This is no longer a one-wife affair." She paused briefly. "And Ashman, you must man up. This will not be easy." Ashman later called both of us and explained how he intended to divide his time, attention, and responsibilities. We agreed, at least on the surface, because in reality, things were different. Every time it was supposed to be my turn, Layla would come up with something. "My baby needs her father tonight. I'm no feeling well. I can't stay here alone." It happened once, twice, 3 times. I stayed quiet. I didn't argue, I didn't confront her. I simply watched and remained patient. Until one night, Ashman was heading toward my room when Layla tried again. Her voice was softer this time, almost pleading, but something was different. Ashman didn't stop. He didn't even hesitate. He walked past her and came to me. For the first time, he didn't give in. The next morning after Fajr prayer, something unexpected happened. Ashman held my hand. For the first time, I looked at him surprised. Why are you thanking me?" I asked softly when he said thank you. He smiled a genuine, warm smile. "Thank you for giving me something precious," he said. "For your patience, your decency, and for staying." My heart softened. I simply smiled and nodded. "Wow," he said quietly, looking at me. "This is the first time I've seen you smile like this, Atiya. I won't let this smile fade away." I lowered my gaze slightly. "Thank you," I replied. Life continued. Not long after, Layla gave birth. A beautiful child. My parents, however, grew impatient. They wanted results. Something to show from my marriage, to access the shares. And in the end, I agreed. We used Layla's child. Layla was furious. Layla's reaction was explosive. "You want to what?" she shouted. Her eyes filled with anger. "With everything you've already taken. You now want my child too." Her voice broke. "This is my child. And for the first time, I saw her not as a rival, but as a mother. Hurting, protective, afraid. It didn't happen in a day or a week. It took time. Arguments, persuasion, tension that filled the entire house. Until, eventually, reluctantly, she agreed. I will agree, but don't forget, Atia. What is mine will always be mine, Layla said. It felt like we had crossed a line we couldn't return from. And just like that, everything changed. The shares were released. Ashman became the chairman of the Ahmad Empire. Our lives improved significantly, lived better than before. More comfort, more ease. Ashman didn't want his wives working, so I became a full housewife, but he ensured we were provided for. Even placing us on monthly allowances and showering us with gifts. And to his credit, he tried. Wallahi, he tried. He made efforts to be just between me and Layla. Not perfect, but sincere. He also changed. In other ways, he became more consistent with his prayers, no longer missing them like before. It was as if responsibility had awakened something in him. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, months into years. Our home settled into the rhythm of a typical polygamous marriage routine, structured. Sometimes peaceful, sometimes not. But there was something missing, something important. I hadn't gotten pregnant, not even once, not even a miscarriage. 3 years, 3 whole years. I prayed, I cried, I begged Allah in sujud. Ya Allah, grant me this blessing. But nothing changed. One night, as I sat alone, my heart heavy with unanswered prayers, I whispered softly, Ya Allah, is this another test for me? Or did I make a mistake from the very beginning?